Current Kings of the Hill are the Kansas City Royals. They have won their first 2 games, and they've done it with great pitching from the starting pitching. The starting pitching has not given up a run, and they've done it with a home run bat, hitting 5 home runs in their first 2 games. 2 of those are by John Mayberry. He's 2 for 7 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Mayberry with the Royals had a couple of 3 home run games. Also with myself in the past, I remember having him on Stratomatic. He had a game or 2 when he hit 3 home runs. His 3 home run game in 1977 was on June 1st. Knocked in 5 runs that day as well against the Blue Jays in Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. On August 5th, he became the second Royal to hit for the Psycho, Freddie Patek, of all people, was the other one by this time. And Mayberry's bat has heated up again in this project today. John Mayberry and the Kansas City Royals are hosting the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Here's the starting lineups for today's game. Marino, Madlock, and Parker for Pittsburgh. Stargell, Robinson, and Milner. Milner is the DH. Garner, Foley, and Nicosia. Bruce Keeson on the mound. He's a grade B pitcher, Y and Z modifiers. We're using basic Apba. And Pittsburgh is fielding column 2. Kansas City is fielding column 1. And they will line up with Otis, Poquette, Brett, Cowens, McRae, Mayberry, White, Porter, Patek, and Jim Colburn on the mound. Grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. Jim Colburn was an 18-game winner in 1977 for the Royals. He takes the mound, has completed his warm-up tosses. Once again, I'm going to roll 6 dice and read them in color order: red, white, and blue, purple, yellow, and green. Speedy Omar Marino steps into the box for the Pirates, and he rolls a 5-1, which is a base hit for Marino. And he will steal first base on the next pitch, steal second base. Already the Pirates are threatening, and that brings up Bill Madlock. He rolls a 5-1. Hot shot to third. Brett has it. Throw to first. Marino tagged and went to third. On the play, 1 gone. He is 90 feet away. Here's the Cobra. Dave Parker, 310 hitter and 79. Parker rolls a 4-2. That's ball 4. Parker takes first base with a walk. Runners on the corners for the Buccos. Here's Willie Stargell, 281 with 32 homers. Left-handed hitter facing a right-handed pitcher. Stargell hits a drive. It could be way over the right field fence for a 3-1 first inning home run for the Pirates. Pirates announcer would say, "Clear the decks, cannonball coming." Pittsburgh has struck for 3 in the first inning. Bill Robinson comes to bat from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Robinson rolls a 6-4, and it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Next batter is John Milner, the DH. Milner rolls a 2-3, and that's a ground ball to first base, picked up by Mayberry, who's pretty nifty over there with the glove, and unassisted. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. Pittsburgh 3, Kansas City coming to bat. All right, as Bruce Keeson completes his warm-up tosses around the infield, Pittsburgh has Stargell at first, Garner's at second, Foley at short, and Madlock at third. Their outfield is pretty good. There's 2 threes. Marino is a 3, Appa 3, which is the best outfield rating in center. and Parker's a 3 in right, and Bill Robinson's a 2 in left field. Amos Otis steps into the box. Royals are down by 3 at the jump. 3-1 is base on balls to Amos Otis. Fast runner at first. Tom Poquette's the batter. He rolls a 5-2. Hits a short. Foley with a short flip to Garner at second. Over to Stargell at first. 6-4-3. DP. Bases are clear and 2 outs for George Brett. Brett rolls a 2-2. That's going to be lined into right center field. 1 hop against the wall. A double for George Brett. Double play looking big here. Al Cowens is the batter. He rolls a 2-2 roll. That's going to be a double to the left center field, and the Royals get on the board. RBI double for Al Cowens. 3-1 Pittsburgh. That brings up Hal McRae, the DH. McRae rolls a 3-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base, fielded by Garner. The throw to Stargell. Royals are retired in the first. 1 run on 2 hits. Top of the second. 3-1 Pittsburgh. All right, Garner, Foley, and Nicosia due out for the Pirates in the second inning. There's a pitch from Colburn to Phil Garner. 5-1 is a fly ball to center field. Amos Otis is under it and makes the catch. Tim Foley rolls a 3-3 roll. That's a base hit for Foley. Line drive to right. Average speed at first. 1 down, and now the catcher, Steve Nicosia. Nicosia rolls a 3-1 single on the infield single. First and second Pirates. Top of the order, and Omar Marino. Marino rolls a 6-3. That's a fly out to Amos Otis in center field. 2 on, 2 gone. Bill Madlock rolls a 3-2. That's hit on the ground to second base. Frank Academy right throws to first for the 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits. Bottom of the second, Pirates 3, Royals 1. Big John Mayberry comes up for the Royals. Bottom of the second inning, he's carrying a big stick. Mayberry is 2 for 7 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. He rolls a 3-6, and that's a called 3rd strike, strike 3. Mayberry was a patient hitter, had high on-base percentages, and drew a lot of walks. But 2 patient there, 1 gone. Frank White rolls a 6-5, which is popped up to the catcher, Steve Nicosia. 2 outs, and Royal catcher Darrell Porter comes to bat, 25. That's a fly out to center fielder Omar Marino. Top of the 3rd, 3-1 Pittsburgh. Okay, Dave Parker walked and scored in the first in front of Willie Stargell's home run. He rolls a 5-2. Ground ball hit to George Brett at 3rd. Long throw across the diamond, and Parker is retired. Willie Stargell rolls a 4-2. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Bill Robinson rolls a 4-5. That's going to be a base on balls. Second walk surrendered by Jim Colburn. Robinson has speed over there at first base. Here's the DH, John Milner. Okay, former Met rolls a 2-6, and that's a comebacker back to Colburn. Throw to first for the 3rd out. Bottom of the 3rd, 3-1 Buccos. All right, Dominion team. Freddie Patek leads off for the Royals. He muscled up yesterday and hit one over the wall. There's a pitch from Bruce Kaysen to Fred Patek. 1-3 is a 14 in the asterisk. Means a stolen base after that. So Potek's at second for Amos Otis. Otis rolls a 3-2. That's a 26. Ground ball to second base. Potek goes to third. Otis is out 4-3. Royals have a runner 90 feet away for Tom Poquette. Poquette rolls a 4-6, and it's a fly ball to left field. Fielding column 2. That will be deep enough as left fielder Bill Robinson puts it away. Potek tags and scores. RBI for Tom Poquette. Royals close to within 1. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Now 2 outs, and George Brett's the batter. George Brett rolls a 2-6, and it's a fly out to right field. 1 run on 1 hit. Top of the 4th, Pittsburgh 3 and Kansas City 2. All right, Jim Colburn returns to the mound, complete his warm-up tosses. He was originally a Chicago Cub. Fell out of the good graces of manager Leo DeRocher with ineffective relief pitching for a few years. Then he went to the Brewers, became the Brewers' first 20-game winner. That was in 1973. All right, Phil Garner leads off for the Pirates. Their lead has been reduced to 1. Colburn gets his sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. 2-4 is a ground ball back to the pitcher Colburn. Throw to first. Garner's retired. Tim Foley rolls a 1-4, and that's a fly ball to Tom Poquette in left field. Foley's 1 for 2 on the day. Catcher Steve Nicosia rolls a 1-4. Let me go back to this last one. 5-3. I read the wrong dice. For Foley. Foley rolls a 5-3, which is a 19. That's going to be an error on third baseman George Brett. All right, Foley takes first. My bad. Now Steve Nicosia. 1 on and 1 out. Nicosia rolls a 1-4. That's a fly out to left. 2 outs. And the speedy Omar Marino comes to bat. Marino rolls a 4-1, and that's a ground ball to Freddie Potek at shortstop. Quick throw to first. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. Bottom of the 4th, 3-2, Pittsburgh. Right, the middle of the Kansas City lineup is formidable. Collins, McRae, and Mayberry are due to hit in the last of the 4th. There's the pitch to Al Collins. 2-6 is a fly ball hit to right field. Dave Parker settles under it and makes the catch. Here's Al McRae. McRae rolls a 21. That's skied to left. Bill Robinson on the catch. John Mayberry rolls a 6-1, 22. Ground out to the first baseman, flipping to the pitcher Keeson, getting a put out. 3-1, 3 up and 3 down for the Royals. For the top of the 5th, 3-2 Pittsburgh. All right, Mad Dog Bill Madlock leads off the 5th for Pittsburgh. He also played for the Chicago Cubs and LA Dodgers. I think when he played with the Cubs, I was working for Amtrak out of Chicago, so I followed him in his Cubs games then. And I later played with the Dodgers when I lived in LA. So I saw quite a bit of Mad Dog Madlock. He was a good ball player. 5-5 is a fly ball to center field. Amos Otis on the play for 1 out. The Cobra, Dave Parker, rolls a 3-1, and that's a base hit for Parker. First hit for Parker. He's been on base twice. Walked and singled. Here's Willie Stargell. Stargell rolls a 5-5, and that's a ground out to George Brett at third. Parker goes to second. 5-3. Bill Robinson's the batter, and he rolls a 2-3, which is another ground out to George Brett at third. No runs on a hit, one left. Halfway through, Pirates by 1. All right, Frank White leads off for the Royals. These days, I think he's helping coach the Kansas City Monarchs Double-A team, independent league team. And he's a member of city government in Kansas City, has been for quite a while. Frank White is a 4-4, and that fly out to center field. Play made by Omar Moreno. 1 down. Darrell Porter draws a walk from Keeson. Average speed at first. Here's Freddie Patek. Patek rolls a 1-5. That's a single pass to first baseman Willie Stargell. Darrell Porter will go to third. Patek's at first. Runners at first and third. Patek steals second on the next pitch. And the Royals have second and third. 1 out for Amos Otis. Otis rolls a 2-4, which is a swing and a miss. Keeson strikes him out. Clutch strikeout with runners at second and third. Pirates playing the infield back. Tom Poquette's the batter. He rolls a 3-2, and that's just a ground out to second base, so the threat is brushed aside. No runs on a hit, 2 left. We go to the top of the 6th. Pittsburgh 3 and Kansas City 2. All right, John Milner will start it off for the Pirates, followed by Phil Garner and Tim Foley. 6-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Milner. Colburn has only struck out 2 Pirates. They've been putting lumber on the ball. Phil Garner rolls a 6-5. That's a pop out to catcher Darrell Porter, 2 outs. And Tim Foley's roll is a 1-2. Hit on the ground to Frank White. A lot of range over there at second base. The throw to first. 3 up and 3 down for the Pirates. Go to the last of the 6th. 3-2 Pittsburgh. All right, George Brett hitting .333 leads off for Kansas City in the last of the 6th inning. He has 2 singles and a double in this project. 5-1 is a fly out to center field. 1 gone. Al Cowens rolls a 1-3, and that's a base on balls. Cowens doubled in the first inning, the second time he's been on. Fast runner at first. Hal McRae's the batter. Keeson gets the sign, goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch. McRae lines a line drive to right field. Cowens rounds second and goes to third. Royals have first and third with 1 away. Tying run is 90 feet away for Big John Mayberry. 0 for 2 today, struck out and grounded out to first. Mayberry rolls a 3-6. Keeson pops him up. Phil Garner calls for it and makes the catch. It's going to be up to Frank White. Okay, Frank White rolls a 1-6, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. Tim Foley scoops and goes a short way to retire McRae at second base. Top of the 7th inning. Pirates protecting a slim 1-run lead. All right, Jim Colbert is in his fatigue inning. 3 bad things happened to him. His grade will go down by 1 letter grade to a C. The pitcher. And catcher Steve Nicosia is a nice place hitter, and the order leads off for Pittsburgh. He rolls a 6-4, which is a 38. I believe that's a ball or a strike. Strike 1. The next roll for Nicosia is a 6-1, and that's a 36. Ball 1. 4-6 is the next roll, and that's hit on the ground back to Colburn, who snags it and throws to first for the first out. Long at bat for Steve Nicosia. Omar Moreno. Moreno rolls a 2-2 roll, and that's a fly ball to center field. Amos Otis giving chase. Makes the catch. Keeps the speedy Moreno off the base pass. Mad Dog Madlock rolls a 1-4, and that's a fly out to left. 3 up and 3 down for the Pirates in the 7th. Seventh inning stretch time, Pittsburgh 3 and Kansas City 2. As was for Colburn, it is for Keeson, his fatigue inning. 3 bad things, he'll go down to the CYZ pitcher. Darrell Porter, former Milwaukee Brewer, leads off for Kansas City. He rolls a 4-2, and that's a base on balls. First nick against Keeson's fatigue. Here's Freddie Patek. Porter is a tying run on first base. All right, Patek squares around. He will try to lay one down. He rolls a 5-5, which is an 8. But is picked up by pitcher Keeson. Throws to Garner covering first. Successful sacrifice. 1 gone. And Royals have a runner in scoring position for Amos Otis. Otis rolls a 4-6, which is a swing and a miss for strike 3. And now Tom Poquette. Poquette rolls a 2-1, and that is a fly out to left field. Top of the 8th, Pittsburgh 3, Kansas City 2. All right, Jim Colbert has given up 4 hits in the first 2 innings, but only 1 hit since then. Middle of the Pirate order, due up. Parker, Stargell, and Robinson. A lot of power in the Lumber Company here. Here's a pitch to Dave Parker. Rolls a 1-5. That's a base hit for Parker. And he steals on the next pitch. So put Parker at second with nobody out. And Willie Stargell. Stargell rolls a 1-5. Ground ball back to Colburn, who throws to first. Dave Parker goes to third. And the Royals will play the infield in for Bill Robinson. Robinson rolls a 4-5, which is a base on balls. Runners at the corners. Now Kansas City elects to play double play depth for John Milner out of Atlanta, Georgia. Fourth roll is a 1-6. Play result 28, a ground ball to Freddie Patek. Flips to Frank White, who makes the turn to first for a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Colburn pitches his way out of trouble in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pittsburgh still leads by 1. Keeson will be facing Brett, Cowens, and McRae, 300 hitters, basically. McRae was 298. Here's a pitch to George Brett. He rolls a 3-2, and that's a ground ball to second base. Picked up by Phil Garner to the throw to first. Brett's retired. He's 1 for 4 in today's game. Al Cowens rolls a 1-2, and that's a roller to second base. Rinse and repeat. 2 outs. Hal McRae rolls a 6-3, and that's a fly out to Omar Marino, and the Royals go quietly in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Pittsburgh 3, Kansas City 2. All right, Whitey Herzog is going to reach into the bullpen for Doug Bird to pitch the 9th inning. He was 11-4 in 1977. Grade C pitcher with a Y and Z modifier. Phil Garner steps into the box for the Pirates. Garner rolls a 1-5, which is a base hit, and he's going to steal on the next pitch. Second stolen base for the Pirates. Parker stole one earlier. Garner's in scoring position with nobody out. Pirates have a man at second with nobody out. This is the point of the game when I was coaching high school baseball, I had a sign for a fake bunt. I wanted to see what the defense was going to do on a fake bunt. Of course, the third baseman comes down crashing hard. Shortstop doesn't come to third, then I would steal third the next pitch. Same arrangement. If the third baseman stayed tight to third to guard third against the steal, then maybe I would lay down the button. George Brett's playing close here. See if the Pirates will lay one down. And they will try. Here's the pitch, fouled off by Foley. He's got 2 strikes on him. No balls and 2 strikes. Foley's going to swing away. Next pitch is a 25. Base hit for Foley. He delivers an RBI single. Garner scores from second. 4-2 Pittsburgh. Here's Steve Nikosha. Nikosha rolls a 2 balls and no strikes count. The next play is 1-4, and that's going to be a fly out to left field. First out in the inning. Top of the order, and Omar Marino. Marino rolls a 5-5. Slow order to Brett. He's got to hurry. Throw to first. Marino is cut down by George Brett. Meanwhile, Foley goes to second. There's 2 outs. For Bill Madlock, we need a new dice roll. Madlock rolls a 2-4, and it's a fly out to Amos Otis in center field. But the Pirates on 2 hits add a run. Last of the ninth, Pittsburgh 4 and Kansas City 2. All right, the Buccos will call on their closer to pitch the ninth inning. That's Ted Colby. Probably had his best 2 years in 1978 and 79, where he saved 31 games each season. ERAs of 2.33 and 2.75. Colby was an All-Star in 1980. He'll be facing John Mayberry. Frank White and Darrell Porter. The Royals are now down by 2 runs in the ninth inning, 3 outs to go. 5-5 roll is a fly ball to Omar Marino, center field. Mayberry's retired. Frank White. White rolls a 6-1. That's the guy to right field. Dave Parker, the Cobra, makes the catch. Darrell Porter. Porter rolls a 2-4, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the ball game. Final score, Pittsburgh Pirates 4, Kansas City Royals 2. All right, here's the line score for today's game. Pittsburgh had 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Kansas City 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Bruce Keeson is the winning pitcher. Kit Colby gets the save. And Jim Colburn, a quality start, 8 innings, 3 runs allowed. That was a 3-run homer to Willie Stargell. He takes the loss. MVP of the game is Wilbur Stargell with his 3-run home run in the first inning. That's all Pittsburgh needed behind the pitching of Keeson and Tekulve. Thanks for watching. Our next game will be the New Kings of the Hill, the 1979 Pirates hosting the 1980 Philadelphia Phillies, world champions in 1980. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.